Social media tards. People that post everything onto social media sites, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, so on and so forth. And these social media sites are popping up all over the place. Personally, I don't think people are really ready for something as large and powerful as social media. There's people on these social media sites that complain about having their privacy rights taken away. However, they put their entire lives online for everyone to see. So how can you go ahead and say that you want privacy, yet you're going to forfeit it to the internet regardless? I fail to understand this. And on large, really what these have done is created that fear of missing out type of thing, where you have people that are on Facebook, they're on Twitter, and they see something going on, and they just sit there and they try and be a part of it. And then you get this, a pseudo-competition in a sense. People all trying to put up the better status or this, that, or the other thing. And truthfully, it's not something that we're ready for. Social media is too big. Okay, it does a great job of getting people information that they otherwise wouldn't have found, especially Twitter. Twitter's perfect for something like that. Those revolts in Egypt, they were all sparked via Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. However, what that managed to do was get people information that they otherwise wouldn't have seen, of course. The problem is that a lot of the people that saw it don't quite know how to handle something like that. I think that as a race, as humans, we are not ready for something like this. A lot of the time, hence the name social media tards, you get morons that find stuff out that they should or should not find out, and then the result is they give their opinion on it. Great. It's awesome. Everybody has their voice. They could speak and all that stuff. However, the animosity, the way that people handle it, just really isn't quite there yet. And now, granted, a lot of social media sites are occupied by people of a younger demographic, kids, teenagers, young adults, and so on and so forth. However, it just gives people an outlet to give their opinions that, opinion isn't right or wrong, of course, but it gives them the area to voice their opinion to thousands, potentially millions of people, depending on your social media platform, of course. And what it does is it makes everyone not dumber, but, okay, to explain it, it makes everybody more informed, but no more intelligent, because there is a big difference between intelligence and being informed of something. If you're smart, you understand things, or at least in the definition that I'm going to be using this. If you're smart, you understand stuff. Stuff makes sense to you depending on what it is. You can analyze, calculate, figure things out for yourself. Informed is you heard a fact, and you have the ability to regurgitate it. Social media does not make people smarter. It just gives them more information that they can then regurgitate and form, unfortunately, short-sighted opinions on. Now, I'm sure one could say that this video is based around the same thing, and I am catering to that. But you gotta understand, what we're doing with social media is we're putting literally everything out there. We're making it, and we're feeding into it too, of course. Everybody has one, everybody's part of it. I mean, all those crazy conspiracy guys should be having a field day with something like this. Because think about it. Now the government, or whoever, whatever, crazy Illuminati, in quotations, organization you want to find, now can find you with such ease. And the reason, you did it to yourself. You put all of your information on the internet. Okay? Sinking into this, diving into this, I again am doing the same thing, and I'm contributing to it. But it's just not something that makes sense to do if you want to defend your right to privacy. How can you defend your right to privacy when you willfully give it up to put it out on the internet? And there's people all over the internet that are going to take that. There's ways of getting your passwords. There's ways of getting your information, credit card information, and so on and so forth. Why do people assume that the social media website is safe? How can it be safe if all of your information is up there and it takes a simple fish or something along those lines to get a hold of your password, get all of your information, and then beat you over the head with it? And of course, social media has become an outlet for people to voice, again, their all knowing opinions. And again, I'm catering to that right now. I completely understand that. But it's just not something that really makes sense to me.